Lesson 3. Our Changing Society. Listen and speak 1. Listen in. Will you do me a favor this weekend?
Sure. Can you clarify what I need to do?
No problem. I need your help painting my apartment because it's too difficult to do on my own. You've painted your place before, right?
That's right. I'm still in the middle of redecorating my room to make it more invigorating and energizing.
After seeing how your place reflects your personality, I decided to join the DIY home makeover trend.
It's only natural since home is where we spend the majority of our time.
I agree. People see their homes as more than just shelter these days.
What color are you going to paint your room?
I'm thinking of painting it gray and blue.
Good choice. I'll be sure to bring my paintbrush.
You're a lifesaver. I owe you big time.
Sure thing.
Speak out.
Do you mind if I join you?
Not at all.
Do you often eat alone?
Not often, but I end up eating alone when I get too busy with work. How about you?
Well, I avoid eating alone because people might see me as a friendless loner.
In Korea, a newly coined word, honbap, has been created to reflect this popular trend of eating alone.
I don't understand what honbap means. Could you break it down for me?
Sure. Honbap is a Korean term that literally means eating alone.
Do you know why the honbap trend has become so popular in Korea?
Some people say that it's because more people are living alone these days, but I think it's due to the fact that people are simply comfortable eating by themselves.
Isn't it difficult to find restaurants welcoming customers who want to eat alone?
Not really. It's very common to find restaurants welcoming solo diners. Listen and speak 2. Listen in.
I want to get my grandmother something special.
What do you think she would like?
I'm not exactly sure. I'm considering getting her something useful for her new job.
What? Your grandmother retired, didn't she?
Yeah, but she began her second career after retiring from teaching.
What does she do now?
She's a barista at a coffee shop. Right after retiring from teaching, she started learning about coffee and got certified as a barista.
I commend her for continuing to study and work. You must be very proud of her.
People are living longer, and elderly people are still healthy enough to work. Actually, she seems more energetic than me. Anyway, should I get her a brooch or a bracelet?
No, nothing like that. Instead, why don't you buy her comfortable shoes?
That's a good idea. She stands at work all day long.
I think it's a good present for her health and practical for her job. Speak out.
You know what? Korea is becoming a multicultural society.
Really? On what grounds do you think so?
According to a news article, if the ratio of foreign residents in the total population of a certain society is above 5%, the region is considered a multicultural society.
Does that mean that the ratio is approaching 5% in Korea?
That's correct. The number of foreign residents in Korea is said to constitute about 3.4% of the total population.
That's quite surprising, since I have always thought that Korea is an ethnically homogeneous society.
You have seen many foreigners around you, haven't you?
Yeah, but I figured they were mostly tourists.
Not all foreign individuals in Korea are tourists. Many come to Korea to live and work. In fact, the number of immigrants, 1.7 million, is greater than the population of Daejeon, 1.5 million.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. And the number of immigrants is projected to increase up to 2.5 million by 2020.
What knowledge you have! Check yourself. Number 1.
What is the most notable current consumption trend?
Time magazine wrote that collaborative consumption is one of 10 factors that will change the world.
What do you mean by collaborative consumption?
It means a shift from owning and buying things to co-owning and sharing things.
Then the trend is real because nowadays a lot of people tend to post up at other people's houses for vacation.
Right. Besides, there is a growing trend of carpooling and ride-sharing.
The trend should help solve the problem of serious traffic jams in major cities, shouldn't it?
That's right, considering there are so many vehicles occupied by only one person.
Won't collaborative consumption solve psychological problems in our society?
Yes, it will. Through an exchange of trust and dialogue when sharing an item or space, this will help remedy the problem of loneliness in our society.
I can relate to that. Sharing my car or other items makes me happy.
That's what 8 out of 10 people say according to a study. Number 2.
The overall mega trend of increasing urbanization is clear. In other words, the world is becoming more urbanized, literally every day. For example, 60,000 people are added to the Chinese and Indian urban population every day. And 1.5 million people are added to the global urban population every week. Moreover, it is predicted that there could be nearly 40 cities with a population of over 10 million. Such fast urbanization will put big pressure on infrastructures and the environment of the city. It is forecast that New York, Beijing, Shanghai, and London alone will need $8 trillion in infrastructure investments over the next 10 years. And while cities occupy 0.5% of the world's land surface, they consume 75% of its natural resources. I believe that cities cannot keep growing in the same way without becoming unsustainable. Therefore, city leaders will have to collaborate to find a solution to this problem.